Romans chapter 1, verse 11 and 12. For I long to see you that I may impart to you some spiritual gift to strengthen you. That is, that we may be mutually encouraged by each other's faith, both yours and mine. Paul longs to give them something, and it's not a spiritual gift that he's talking about in the sense of, the fruit of the Spirit or the different gifts that the Spirit gives out. He's talking about something different. He's talking about something personally that he can give them, and that's probably encouragement, edification, equipping them through understanding the gospel, understanding the word, understanding truth. And then he says, and by doing that, we'll both be encouraged. This is the give and the take that happens in the church when the gospel is proclaimed. When I share the gospel with someone and they hear it and they receive it and they respond to it in a way where they do something different or they take a step of faith, it encourages me. It encourages me because sometimes you share the gospel and there's nothing. But when you share it and there's some kind of response that reminds me of the power of the gospel, and it reminds me, yes, this is something I need to keep doing. But also when people share what's going on in their life, it reminds me of the power of the gospel as well. There is this give and take that goes on in the church where people are constantly sharing testimonies, sharing examples, sharing stories of God's grace in their life. And by sharing it, it encourages the person who went through it, and it encourages the person who hears it. This is the power of a testimony. And I'm not just talking about the one time when you believed and God came into your life. The testimony of how God is currently acting and changing and healing and equipping and empowering and what he is doing in your life. We need to be always sharing what God is doing in our life because we need to share that story so other people see what God is doing. But also I think it's powerful for the person sharing because we have hard days and I think we forget, and when we share it, we're reminded of what God has been doing and has done in the past in our lives. And when we hear it from other people, we're reminded, this is it. We serve a powerful God, right? We serve a victorious King, whatever it is. We're reminded of what's true. And what's true is that Jesus is King. He's a good King, and he's made us right with God, and he's making things right in this world. And when we share our story and other people share their story, the good news is being proclaimed and people are being encouraged by the good news.